Hi everyone, welcome back to the channel. I'm the Bearded Historian, and in today's video I'm going to be talking to you guys about 5 of the most interesting women from the ancient world that I think you should know about. If you want to know any more about any of these women, I'll post some sources in the description below if you want to check them out. With that being said, let's crack on. Okay, so the first woman on our list is my personal favourite, Olympias. Regular viewers will know of Olympias as Alexander the Great's mother. She was an incredibly powerful woman and a very interesting character. She was rumoured to have been a snake charmer in the cult of Dionysus, and has even been accused of having her husband, Philip II, assassinated. While that can't be proven, there are a few things we do know about her. We know that she had many opponents to her son Alexander killed, and after her son's death in Babylon, she led troops against Cassander in the wars of Alexander's successors. She was also played by Angelina Jolie in the film Alexander, which may have had some influence on why I'm so interested in her as an adult. But moving on, the next woman on the list is Fulvia, one of the wives of Mark Antony. Fulvia was a hugely influential woman in Roman political circles, and she was actually the first Roman woman to be depicted on coins. Now, due to her former marriages, Fulvia had a lot of influence over the gangs in Rome, and she used this influence during Mark Antony's power struggle. After the assassination of Julius Caesar, she was apparently involved in the violent proscriptions of the Second Triumvirate. After the death of Cicero, she was reportedly brought his head, and she pulled out his tongue and stabbed it with a hairpin at morbid joy at his death. Now, in 42 BC, her husband and Octavian left Rome to lead troops in the civil war, and according to Cassius Dio, she was actually left in control of the politics of the city. Women like Fulvia are a rarity in Roman Republican history, and she is more than worthy of a place on this list. Next up, the third woman on this list is the pharaoh Hatshepsut. Hatshepsut was only the second female pharaoh in Egyptian history, and she reigned from 1479 to 1458 BC. She's widely regarded as one of the most successful pharaohs in Egyptian history, and she has many achievements. Some of these achievements include a vast amount of building projects all throughout Egypt, including some very influential temples. She re-established disrupted trade routes, ushering in economic prosperity for Egypt, and she also created an era of relative peace. Now, unfortunately, there were many years where we didn't even know that Hatshepsut ever existed. Her successor eradicated her name from Egyptian history, and it's only in the last few decades that we've uncovered the truth about her. Now let's move on to woman number 4. Okay, so the fourth woman on this list is Agrippina the Younger, the wife of the Emperor Claudius and the mother of the Emperor Nero. Agrippina was a very dangerous woman. She was exiled from Rome for plotting against her brother, the Emperor Caligula, and was accused of having her husband Claudius poisoned. Now, Agrippina had a lot of influence over her son. They were actually depicted on coins together, and we can actually see as Nero's reign goes on that Agrippina is made smaller and smaller on the coins as her influence over her son lessened. Now, Nero married his second wife, Poppaea Sabina, against the wishes of his mother, and her opposition to his new wife eventually drove him to have her murdered. The first few assassination attempts were actually unsuccessful and she escaped each time, but she was successfully murdered in 59 AD, and the guilt reportedly haunted her son until his own death 9 years later. The last woman on the list is Hypatia of Alexandria. Hypatia was a Hellenistic philosopher born in the city of Alexandria in Egypt in the late 4th century AD. She was hugely influential, and she taught at the Neoplatonic school in Alexandria. Not only that, but she's also one of the first female mathematicians. Now, during her lifetime, tension between the pagans and the Christians was at an all-time high. Although she herself was a pagan, she was very tolerant of the Christians and taught them philosophy. Unfortunately, a rumour spread that she had advised the prefect of Alexandria not to reconcile with the bishop during a political feud, and a mob of Christians murdered her in 415 AD, an unseemly end for such an influential woman to Western society. Centuries after her death, she was used as a symbol, both for and against Christianity, and she was even used as an icon in the early feminist movement. This brings us to the end of another video. Thank you all so much for watching. I really hope you enjoyed. I hope you learned something new. Please give this video a like and subscribe to the channel down below. If you have any questions, please drop a comment and I'll reply as soon as I can. And yeah, see you guys next video.